guys, it's Beverly. I wanted to come on here and show you some of my WIPs and some patterns that I have picked out, because I always like to share new patterns I find. The first pattern I want to show you is called the Weekend Speedy Crochet Throw. It's by Yarnspirations. And here's my progress on it. My hook's here somewhere, so it's going to probably make a big noise. But there it is. You start out with 3 rows of double crochets, 3 rows of V stitches, 3 rows of double, 3 rows of V stitches, 3 rows of double. Okay. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the pattern. So, the Red Heart Yarnspirations Weekend Speedy Crochet Throw. Mikey from the Crochet Crowd has a tutorial on this blanket. This blanket calls for 4, count them 4, strands of number 4 weight yarn. Didn't want to do that because what it does is it, makes it bulky or super bulky or whatever you want to call it. And I didn't want to do that. I just thought it was a pretty pattern and I would use just 1 strand. So I decided to, wherever my ink pen is, I decided to chain 105. The multiple on this is 3 plus 9. Okay, so I decided to do 109 because I wanted like 36 inches, and I think that's what I've got. Okay, so 105 is what I did. If you're going to use 4 strands or 2 strands or 3 strands then, or a bulky weight yarn, you would chain 66. So, it's truly up to you, but I just wanted to show you how pretty this is coming out. And, of course, it's pretty quick. It's mindless. We can watch TV. And here's the pattern for it. And there's a chart if you're a chart person. Let's see if I can. There's a chart. And the chart helped me a little. I glanced at it because it's, pretty basic. Okay, so that's blanket number 1. Number 2... do I have the pattern? Yes, I do have the pattern. You guys know I have a make-along going on. And this is the Crochet Crowd Baby Cotton Kisses Blanket by Jeanne. And I'm just loving the pattern, you guys. Right this minute, I'm trying to finish the video for part 2. The first part of the video was maybe the first 4 rows, and then the second part of the video is the next 6, from row 6 to row 10, 4 rows. So I'm liking it. So here it is so far. There's my hook, but here it is so far, and this is the one I showed you guys the yarn the other day. Here's what the next, somebody's doing something outside. This is what the next row is gonna look like. And then there's gonna be 3 or 2 more rows of the blue, and then we're gonna switch to the, is it white again? But one day we're gonna get to the other color, because there's 3 colors. I don't have the second page of the pattern in front of me. But this one's going to be linked below, and make it with us on the make-along. Okay. Then, I'm making the baby sweater. This is the baby sweater from Crochet Creations by Christy. Now, it's not her pattern. She's just doing this on her lives, and then she has additional part 2, videos. But just look at that, you guys. It is so gorgeous. And it's coming out a good size. I think when I make a baby sweater, I like it to be about a 20-inch chest. But it's coming out so sweet. I didn't do as many chains as she suggested for the neck. It's mine. I'm using 3-ply yarn, and so is she. This is the Sweet Delight Pomp, and the color is Softly from Hobby Lobby. Baby Bee? Yes, Baby Bee. So that is what I'm working on. So I'm assuming on Sunday, this is Saturday, we're going to maybe do the sleeves or whatever. Now, she's going to put a hood on hers. I'm not sure if I'm going to. And maybe that's why she had to have such a large neck, because she was doing a hood. Because she did 50-something stitches and I did 40-something. But it's so soft, you guys. It's so cushy. So that's those 3 things. Okay, so now I have a handful of patterns to show you. Now, you may not remember, but I bought some of those anniversary cakes, the last ones, and I decided to maybe use this pattern and make this blanket with the anniversary cake. Now, it calls for 6 balls, and 6 times 300 grams would be 1,800 grams, and there's 1,000 something in those, but we'll see how it goes. So anyway, this is the pattern. Bernat, and they make it with Bernat Blanket Extra. So that means it's bulkier than the regular Bernat, I'm assuming. This is using a Q hook. I'm just going to use the largest hook I have. It might be a P, I don't know. Yarnspirations Bernat Openwork Fringed Crochet Blanket. Now, I won't be doing the fringe. It is single crochets, which kind of drive me nuts if you're doing a whole worsted weight blanket in single crochet. But maybe with this bulkier, it won't. But I just think it's got a little bit of open work, as it says in the title. It has a chart, which doesn't seem to be too hard. And I thought I would make that. Now, this pattern here is a knitted blanket with Bernat blanket yarn. And they're using size 11. This picture does not do it justice. It's called the Lofty Lace Knit Blanket. Where I see a lot of these patterns is I've subscribed to Yarnspirations newsletter, and they will come out with patterns. They send me emails, and they'll have clothing patterns, they'll have home decor, and all kinds of stuff. So that's where I come up with a lot of these. The next one I saw was the Bernat Crochet Crisscross Textured Blanket. And I thought it was cool. Again, the picture is not doing it justice, but I just thought it would be really cool. The next one is another pattern from the Crochet Crowd. Anyway, the Crochet Crowd Sand and Surf Blanket by Jeanne. And it's kind of like what I'm doing in the make-along, because it has bobble stitches. But isn't that pretty? Okay, so she's using Bernat blanket, tie-dye, an L hook, and the bobble stitches are actually double crochet 3 together is making your bobble stitches. So that's pretty cool. And she's using an L hook, if I didn't say that. And I'm really liking this yarn. She's using 2 different colors, Tropical Sea and Almond. And I just think it's really pretty. The next pattern, I got this in, no, I got this, I saw this recommended, these last 2, by Ross. Everybody knows the Ross hat. Smells Like Yarn Guy. He's been making some shawls and cowls. And I have some yarn that Denise, hi Denise, gifted me as my secret Santa sister. And I want to make a shawl. And I thought this might be a good pattern because he just did it and he loved it. And you could make this with any size yarn. He used the Fruits yarn from Premier. And you guys know how beautiful that is. And it uses 3 colors of that Fruits yarn. But here's the pattern. It's the Premier Nectar Shawl. And it's all granny stitches. You know. And then the last one that he recommended, and the last one I'm going to recommend for today, is the Open Fan Stitch Cowl. And they use Premier Anti-Pilling Bamboo Chunky and a K hook. And he made a whole bunch of these for his friends or relatives at Christmas time. And he just really loved it because he's slowly getting back into crochet because everybody knows him as knitting. But Open Fan Stitch Cowl from Premier. The last thing I wanted to show you, I got these at Mary Maxim at the, you know, it's still going on probably, the Christmas closeout. I don't want to open it, but I'll insert a picture later. This is the Mary Maxim Snowmen and Snowflakes. I guess it's like a door hanger, but I just thought it was so cute. And it comes in a kit. It has the Caron, oh, it doesn't say what kind of Caron yarn it is. Oh, Simply Soft sparkle yarn. It has some pipe cleaners, and I guess that's it. There's some orange in there for its nose, and I just thought that was really sweet. So what I'm going to do is attach a picture, and then the last one I'm going to show you today, this is the Rudolph Ornament Crochet pattern, and they substituted the yarn for this. But I'm going to show you a picture of this. And what this kit does is it makes like 10 or 12 of these Rudolph ornaments. And I just thought they were so sweet. I just couldn't stop looking at them. Then I have 10 squares done. You remember, now this is not the Advent that I did with Bella Coco and Crochet Society. This is leftover Bella Coco yarn that I have stashed from some of her subscription boxes and Advents. And I'm going to make another blanket. So I want to do 24 squares, and I have 10 of the squares done. So you can see. And this pattern is a Bella Coco pattern. It's a free pattern for these squares. And I have 10 of them done. So I have 14 more to go. But I really like making that square, and it's going pretty good. I'm done for what I want to show you. I got a tripod. As soon as I wanted to try it, it was so funny, you guys. I never had a tripod. I never had one of those handles, sticks or whatever they're called. I'm old. So I had put the camera on the tripod the wrong way first, and then when I tried it again today, after it clicked, the battery ran out of the cell phone. So I'm going to be using it. I have a video. I'm going to be brave. I got a couple drawers over here. I mentioned it during Vlogmas that I'm going to open the drawers. We're going to look in it together. And those are going to be some January projects. So right now I have 2 blankets going on, a baby sweater, and maybe those squares if you want to count those. But I want to get these 2 blankets done. I'm going to get the tutorial done for you guys on the Baby Kisses blanket. And then I want to make that anniversary cake blanket. So that's what's going on. Talk to you later, guys. Love you. Bye.